3, 2, 1, 0.
Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway.
You're loud and clear.
Roger, we're programming and roll okay. A little bumpy along about here.
Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds.
Roger. We're smoothing out some now, getting out of the vibration area.
Roger, you feel max Q, flight path is...
Roger, feels good through max Q and smoothing out real fine. Cabin pressure coming down by 7, okay, flight very smooth now. Sky looking very dark outside.
All Roger, reading you loud and clear, 7, Cape is go, we're standing by for you.
Roger, Cape is go and I am go, our capsule is in good shape. Fuel 103, 102, oxygen 78,100, cabin pressure holding steady at 5.8, amps is 2.6. All systems are go, indicating 6Gs. Roger, 0G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous.
Roger, turnaround has started.
Roger, capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround just a couple of 100 yards behind me. It was beautiful.
Roger, 7, you have a go, at least 7 orbits.
Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits. The Friendship 7 can see clear back a big cloud pattern way back across toward the Cape. We're all set. This is very comfortable at 0G. I have nothing but very fine feeling. It just feels very normal and very good. Have very little dirt floating around in the capsule, just a little bit. And preparing to take xylos pill at present time. This is Friendship 7, the head movements cause no sensations whatsoever. Feel fine, reach test, I can hit directly to any spot that I want to hit. I have no problem reaching for knobs and have adjusted to 0G very easily, much easier than I really thought I would. I have excellent vision on the charts, no astigmatism or any malfunctions at all. I feel fine so far, over.
Roger, understand.
This is Friendship 7, have beautiful view of the African coast, both in the scope and out the window. Out the window is by far the best view. Part of the Canaries was hidden by clouds. Roger, how you doing, Gordo? We're doing real fine up here. Everything is going very well, over.
John, you sound good.
Roger, control fuel is 90,100, oxygen is 75,100, amps are 22. All systems are still go, having no problems at all. Control system operating fine, over. The only unusual thing I have noticed is a rather high, what would appear to be a haze layer, up some 7 or 8 degrees above the horizon on the night side. The stars, I can see through it as they go down toward the real horizon, but it's a very visible single band or layer pretty well up above the normal horizon, over.
Shortly, you may observe some lights down there. You want to take a check on them out to your right, over?
Roger, I'm all set to see if I can't get them in sight. Roger, I do have lights in sight on the ground, over.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It is 7:57 here in Florida, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for, it's probably going to be like 30 minutes. It's probably going to be a relatively short stream tonight. Getting a little late start, got some shit going on. Tired, actually. Brewed, as you guys know, 4 cups of coffee for the evening, and I'm here with you guys. So let's shoot the shit. Anything goes. What do you guys want to talk about? There is no topic of conversation tonight. Yeah. Bring some shit up. Let's talk. So I'm actually working on a pretty fun video. It's, so far it is, let me see how long it is so far. So far it is 10 minutes, or no, it's 11 minutes and 15 seconds. And that is basically the intro. As crazy as that sounds for one of my videos, usually I jump right to the point, but the entire video that I'm working on is a comparison of Harmy's Despecialized, Project 4K77, and the official 2011 Blu-ray. And so I go into the history of all 3 of those releases for the first 11 minutes, and then I jump into comparing each version. Yeah, it's a detailed video, and I love making stuff like this, and it's been a while since I feel like I've done a good research long video, and this is one I'm looking forward to getting out. But welcome everybody. James K, I Do Basketball, Joseph McGuire, Tristan Peterson, Iron Elephant Definitive, Catherine Alvarez, Peyton the Nerd, Clay Williams, Carter Lovejoy, what's up Carter, Matthew, Anthony, Tyrone, Austin, V8 Matey, Sapity, what's going on, man? Okay, first question, the thumbnail. I actually, the whole reason I chose that thumbnail, or that screenshot, is because I had that in the video that I'm working on. It's a special edition change, as you guys know. It's one of the dumbest, why changes, and I actually just tweeted about it. Something that I got out right before the stream, and it made me chuckle. So anyway, yeah, man, gotta love it. But yeah, let's see here. Okay, I had to close out some stuff. Boom. What Star Wars TV show would you like to see made? Man, honestly, oh, one sec.
Terry's no word on the UFO findings yet. Neat article, but funny to think about ET potentially flying the Tic Tac around, asking himself, what the hell are they doing down there?
Vince Wynn, fun topic, right? Vince, thank you so much for the super chat. First super chat of the stream. Huge supporter of the channel. I cannot say thank you enough. You know that, my friend. Vince says, disappointed there's no word on the UFO quote-unquote findings yet, New York Times article. But funny to think about ET potentially flying the Tic Tac around, asking himself, what the hell are they doing down there? Yeah, I don't, it's interesting. I don't know. You probably can gather this from me. I am a huge skeptic about a lot of stuff. I'm one of the people who wants to believe, obviously. I believe in extraterrestrials, in a universe made up of hundreds of billions of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions or trillions of stars and an incalculable amount of planets. I think the odds are impossible that we are alone in the vastness of the universe. That being said, I'm a huge skeptic when it comes to UFOs. Even... You know who never reports UFOs? Astronomers, generally, because they know what they're looking at, right? It's the same... man, it's kind of tough. I want to believe so bad. A part of me does... Just out of pure hope, Hope it's true. I did read the article. Still skeptical, until something comes out definitive. But, I mean, what a game changer, right? If that comes, and I don't believe that you keep things like that. You're able to keep things like that a secret. Something so groundbreakingly huge, and one person comes out, Bob Lazar comes out, all these years. I think that's an impossibility. I don't know, man. Yeah, want it to be true. And the fact that I know that I want it to be true is a reason for me to be skeptical about the subjects, right? A lot of people kind of go down rabbit holes. They want something to be true, and then they kind of let their bullshit detector slide a little bit, and their critical thinking skills go out the window. The fact that I want it to be true, I have to be more skeptical even, you know? But hopefully, man, another thing that's really interesting to me, Vince, now, like, everybody has a camera, you know? Everybody has a camera. Everybody has video on their phone. Everything is on... everything is being recorded. Audio is being recorded all the time. Billions of pictures taken every single day. And, you know, just... okay. And nothing has gone up. It's not like the amount of ghosts have been seen, right? And everybody's taking pictures of everything and everything's recorded. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. Exactly, son. Do you know how many times the stealth bombers and stuff like that were reported to be UFOs? So a lot of the times that is the case, you know. Government aircraft, Groom Lake, test sites. It's been going on since flight itself, you know. But yeah, it's interesting. Makes the craziest story ever sound plausible. If he's lying, he's a master. Oh, absolutely, Vince. I used to go down those rabbit holes quite a bit when I was a kid with the internet. There's a website that it has been around forever called Dreamland. I think that's what it's called. Dreamland Resort, I think. Dreamland Resort. Yeah, and it's run by a guy who lives in, I believe he lives in Rachel. And, you know, it's really interesting pictures, the camo dudes, really interesting actual information about the base and stuff like that. It's not full of wild speculation. Maybe it is, but back in the day it wasn't. God, it looks like it's still... I mean, it looks like a website that was made... Yeah, 1999 it looks like. But, so I used to follow it. It's always been an interesting thing to me. You know, the mystery behind it. I've never felt like there was some secret extraterrestrial aircraft there or spaceships. I've never felt that way, you know. Oh, one sec.
You don't get it, do you? To the galaxy they are the same thing. Men and women with too much power squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn.
Benjamin B, thank you so much. And FNAF3, thank you so much as well. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. But, yeah. I've known about the Bob Lazar thing since it came on the scene. Well, I wasn't born yet. I think it was like in the 80s when it came on the scene. I was born in 86. But, yeah, so really convincing guy. I'm also still skeptical, not in that he believes what he saw, but in that it wasn't some ruse. You know what I mean? Who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, I still wear a pretty big skeptical hat about all things. But yeah. And Benjamin B, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. It's good to see you. As always. Let me finish this sip of coffee there. There we go. Benjamin B says, the Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they are the same thing. Men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. Is that a quote from KOTOR? If so, I love it. Yeah, okay. Anti-Jedi sentiment. I love that. That's Oh, I mean, I guess Luke and TLJ kind of had that same sentiment. But let me read that again. The Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they are the same thing. Men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. I love it. You know, far ends of the spectrum that ultimately kind of reflect each other so well. And you know, they think they're doing the right thing, I suppose. And meanwhile, their very presence instills fear, instills, you know, whenever people have power, especially Jedi power or Sith power, I think, you know, it would be easy to distrust So yeah, I love that. I love that. I know, Ben, you've been wanting me to play, is that KOTOR 2? For a long time. And, oh, let me take a quick sip. Damn, guys, sorry. I need to stop brewing coffee for these streams. It just gives me so much phlegm. It's dumb. And, but before I was dragging ass, man. It just gives me a little pep in the step, right? But, I love it, Ben. I need to jump on it. I love that gray area stuff. That doesn't just hold people up on a pedestal or demonize people, outright. Little nuances there. Little gray area Jedi Sith, Star Wars conversation. And universe is absolutely, interesting to me. But I appreciate that, man. What's up, Andy? Good to see you, dude. I'm gonna, oh, why didn't the robot read that? Or has it not popped up yet? Weird. Let me see here. FNAF3 Caleb Star Wars. There we go.
Alien beings that can get here can make sure we don't know they came here. Statistically, Terry's a few dozen civilizations a few million years ahead
Absolutely.
of us. Evening BTW. Been too long.
Mr. Andy, love it. Love it. Thank you so much, man. Give me 1 sec. And Carter Lovejoy. So FNAF, Caleb, Andy, and Mr. Carter. Thank you guys so much. FNAF3 says, not to be awkward, you heard about Ray Park thing. I haven't looked into it at all, I'll be honest. I remember waking up, was it Monday morning? I remember, or no, maybe it was Tuesday morning. I don't know, one of those mornings. I woke up to go on a run, and I see Ray Park trending. I click it, and you know, it always takes a while to figure out why the hell somebody's trending. And I found out, and I was like, what the fuck? And my instant reaction was like, oh, hacked, oh, something like that. I don't know if that's true. Again, I haven't really looked into it. I haven't really heard anybody talking about it since that day. And you know me, I don't really scroll through too much. But yeah, if it's obviously, if he was hacked, that's horrible. If he wasn't hacked and he posted that, that's fucking weird. And I don't know why he did. I drunk, vindictive. I mean, there's a billion possibilities, but that's pretty shitty if that's the case. So, yeah, man, I really, to tell you the truth, I haven't looked into it. I haven't done any Googling. And the most I know about it was a few posts on Twitter, like the morning of. So, yeah, I didn't go down that rabbit hole. But if you guys know more, I guess put it in the chat. I guess I'm curious. I'd rather talk about the possibility of ET. But yeah, man, I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, I appreciate that. And no reason to say you did not make anything awkward, man. It's that's what these streams are all about. Shooting the shit, anything goes. Here we go. But I appreciate that. He wasn't hacked? That's a shame. Has he come out? Has he said anything since then? Yeah, I need to get that printed Sapity for sure. And Caleb Kemp, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the channel support as well. Hello there, General Kenobi. HG stream is the perfect thing to come to after a stressful day at work, LOL. We'll kick back, fly through intergalactic space with me to the Andromeda Galaxy. Well, speaking of the overlay, well, I'll get to that in a second. But Caleb, yeah, kick back, rest your feet, hang out. Hope it wasn't too stressful. Nothing that a little stream and video game and maybe a book or a movie can cure. But dude, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Good to see you as always. And maybe I'll probably do an afternoon stream tomorrow, but maybe Friday night if you're around, we can do some Battlefront. We need to set something up. I always enjoy those streams, but I appreciate that, Caleb. And Mr. Andy, Star Wars Ramblings. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Right before I started this stream, I saw what you responded to. What was it? You responded to Jacob's Quest's post, and it made me laugh. But dude, thank you so much. Star Wars Rambling says, any alien beings that can get here can make sure we don't know they came here. Statistically, there's a few dozen civilizations a few million years ahead of us. Evening, by the way, been too long. Oh, I mean, as I said at the top of the stream, with a universe so vast, an infinite universe of hundreds of billions of galaxies in the observable universe alone, each with hundreds of billions, or as is with the case with the Andromeda Galaxy, 1 trillion stars, and an incalculable amount of planets, the possibility that we are alone is impossible. I do not like, statistically looking at, whenever I have that conversation and somebody says, you know, they think we're it, I instantly know that they've never really paid much attention to the vastness of things, right? The infinite of things. The Hubble Space Telescope, the Hubble Deep Field images, you know, they've never really contemplated these things. So, yeah, and you're absolutely right.
As a truck driver,
one sec.
I've seen some crazy stuff when I drive at night. Though it could
I
just
believe
be
it.
the trick of the light when I'm driving.
And sleepy too. Joseph, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. And Sun Solaris, thank you as well. But yeah, Andy, you're absolutely right. Like, to get to Earth from anywhere. I mean, shit. The Proxima Centauri is what? Like, I believe it's 4 light years away. I used to know these. How far is Proxima Centauri from Earth? Yeah, 4.2 light years away. And that's just the closest neighboring star, right? To get here from anywhere, if you were on the other side of the Milky Way galaxy from us, it would take you 100,000 years at the speed of light. To get here would require, I mean, technology that we as humans would basically be ants looking up at somebody building a skyscraper, right? And if that's the case, there's no question in my mind that, you know, if they don't want to be seen, they wouldn't be seen. And that's why I'm super skeptical about all of this. And as I said earlier, I want to believe, and that's why I need to be more skeptical. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. But yeah. And the odds of a civilization being in, as Carl Sagan put it, he said technological lockstep with us seems like an impossibility as well, right? Human beings evolving, and just so happens another civilization evolving exactly along with us at the same exact time. They'd probably either be far more advanced than us, or far behind, you know. But, oh, 1 sec. There we go. Sorry, I was getting a phone call from a spam caller. But, dude, good to see you, man. Hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, need to catch up for sure. I want to believe, but goddamn, I got to put my skeptical hat on even tighter because of that, right? And Carter Lovejoy, thank you so much for the channel support. Here's an idea. A Star Wars show that is an in-universe reality show spoofing the likes of the Kardashians, the Real Housewives, and such. Yeah, I could absolutely see that being a fan-made thing on YouTube, you know? What would it be? Would it be... I guess it could be Stormtroopers. You could do a reality show spoof with Stormtroopers. Butting heads and being dumb. What else could you do? I mean, I guess you could do anything, right? You could just do a reality show about the cantina and a bunch of different aliens conversing with one another and stuff like that. I really like that idea. I have silly ideas like that, Carter. And they're just sitting in a folder that is just basically, it's not titled silly ideas, it's titled dumb stuff. But it's just chock full of really stupid, jotted down ideas. And if I ever have time, I'll make a couple of them happen. Maybe a reality show spoof. Maybe a reality show spoof would have been good 10 years ago. But yeah, maybe I'll do it. My buddy actually told me I should do a Hangover spoof with Stormtroopers. I thought that was a fun idea. Maybe 10 years ago, but anyway, I appreciate it, Caleb. I mean, Carter, hope you're doing well, man. Let me take another quick sip of the old coffee. Sun Solaris, thank you so much for the channel support. I said this before, but I thought it was too cool for you to not read. If I recall, the Area 51 hoax came from a farmer actually witnessing a B-52 test. Oh, interesting. Let me, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I've never, going back to when I was a kid, I did have like, I wouldn't call it a fascination, but an interest with Area 51, and I was never one to think that it, held some kind of secret alien stuff. I always just recognized it as a military base with high security, a huge perimeter. I mean, people used to go up to the tip of Tickaboo Peak, and I think they closed that down. And I always found it fascinating, the footage that people got, the radio chatter, the photos and all that kind of stuff. Just the overall mystery of it. It's a secret military base, right? Every country has one. And that's all experimental aircraft. That's all I've ever thought it to be. And, that's, I have a tight skeptic's hat on when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Music recommendation for everyone into hard rock. Band Made. Japanese band. Absolutely incredible musicians. Incredibly technical. Listen with good headphones. Start with a live performance. Either domination or freedom.
Nice. Andy, thank you so much for the ridiculously generous channel support tonight, man. I hope you're doing well. As I said, give me one sec. But, yeah, son, as I said earlier, it's me and my dad have talked about this a lot too, because he's kind of in the same camp as me. He wants to believe, I want to believe, and I think we both have strong bullshit detectors. I definitely get that from him. And he's even said, like, he's been he used to get UFO magazines when he was a kid and stuff like that, and basically it's been the same story since he was a kid, But, and everybody has a phone with a camera on it now. Nothing's gone up. Video, nothing's gone up. It's not like there's been and you would think that with everything being recorded all the time, you would think that with phones and cameras and everything, that everybody would be capturing, and every security camera would be capturing ghosts and but no. Or UFOs, but no. So, I don't know, man. I'm as I said, I'm a big skeptic when it comes to these things. But and Joseph McGuire, thank you so much for the generous channel support this evening as well, man. Joseph says, as a truck driver, I've seen some crazy stuff when I drive at night, though it could just be the trick of the light when I'm driving. I believe it, and also the factor of maybe being sleepy or not knowing exactly what you're looking at. I mean, how many times have I think we've all had those experiences where you're not quite sure what you're seeing. Like at a cabin a couple years ago, me and my buddies were on the porch, and I would have sworn there was somebody in the woods, but it turned out it was not. We actually went in the woods. It was like midnight, a little drunk, and that could factor into it too, right? Walk out there, no, but like you see weird shit sometimes, and your brain fills in the gaps, right? Of what you maybe want it to be, or what you initially think it was, and then maybe a faulty memory later on makes your brain fill in the gaps of what you saw in the past. There's all sorts of stuff, but yeah, I believe it. I believe it's the same thing with like cops see a lot of stuff. They're always outside, and pilots see things as well. And I think the human brain, it's great, but it's also heavily faulty. And as I said, and look, I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything, right? I'm no neuroscientist, but we sometimes we feel our brain like inadvertently fills in gaps, and the things that maybe have a plausible explanation, You know, especially if you have a mind that wants to believe something is true, you tend to lean into something being true despite probably a perfectly logical, plausible explanation of some kind of natural phenomenon, you know. But interesting, Joseph. I'm sure that is, I'm sure everybody in your field would say the same thing as well, you know. But I appreciate that, man. Hope you're having a good one. Gooden? Hope you're having a good one. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. Are you Gary the Stormtrooper? No. And Mr. Andy, thank you so much as well. Once again, man, ridiculously generous. Mr. Star Wars Rambling says, okay, this is for everyone in the chat. Andy says, music recommendation for everyone into hard rock. Band Made. Band Made. Let's see. Band Made with the hyphen in there. Is there actually a hyphen? Band. Oh, I spelled made like M-A-D-E. That's why. Band Made. Bandmade, stylized as Bandmade. What? Is a Japanese rock band formed in 2013. The band combines a rock sound with a made image. Oh, I see. I didn't even see the pictures. Modeled on Japanese-made cafes. Andy says, absolutely incredible musicians, incredibly technical. Listen with good headphones. Start with a live performance, either domination or freedom. All right, let's see. I'll pull this up after the stream. Let's see. Do I still have? Okay, my audio's muted on YouTube. 2.7 million views in 2 years. Nice. Yeah, I'll check this out after the stream. I'm sure somebody in the chat has. Oh, they're rocking out, man. In the music video, they're rocking out. Yeah, I'll give this a listen. Were those like... Are those phones in their hands? Yeah, I'll give this a listen, man. I appreciate the recommendation. I told my wife this morning, I've been... like, I need new music to run to. I just downloaded Spotify for the first time last month. Like, I've never had Spotify before. Never had an account on Spotify. Just created one like a month ago. Just to run to. You know, they have when I found out they had running playlists, I was like, hell yeah, this is perfect. Because I was like running to Rage Against the Machine for like 2 months straight. And so I've been listening to like the 3 playlists. So... yeah, maybe I'll throw something like this in there. But yeah, the playlist that I've been listening to on my runs, man, I love it because there's songs that I never would have chose to run to, right? In these playlists, there's so much like 80s or like Wake Me Up Before You Go came on. It comes on frequently in this huge like 200 song playlist, and it is an awesome fucking song to run to. Dude, there's so many silly songs and fun songs like that. Dude, oh, what's it called? She's a maniac on the dance floor, and she's dancing like she's never danced before. That is a fun, what is it? Yeah, and Footloose is fun as shit to dance or run to too. Like all these songs that I never would have thought to run to, you know. Like are just so, the cadence is perfect and they're fun and they put a bounce in my step and I haul ass. So maybe Band Made will filter its way in there. But dude, I appreciate the recommendation there. Completely off topic, but damn it, I've fallen in love with their music, making up for lost time. Nice, man. Anyway, I appreciate that. And Caleb Kemp, thank you so much once again. We all know Area 51 ain't the place where aliens are, but rather Hangar 18. Possibly I've seen too much. I know too much. If you know, you know. Hangar 18. Is that, I don't know what that is. Hangar 18, is that... There's a Megadeth song. Hangar 18. Does Hangar 18 Legendary exist? Project Blue. Oh, okay. Not familiar. Dayton, Ohio. Oh, Dayton, Ohio. Oh, weird. Rank 7 alongside many other rumors. Why am I getting so many calls? It's 8:30. Just complete. Let me Google this number real quick. California? What? Okay. Okay, sorry. Just got like 3 spam calls in the past 30 minutes. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm not familiar. Again, I'm super skeptical with all this stuff. Maybe to a fault, but like I said earlier, when at least for me, when I want something to be true, when I want to believe something, I feel like my skeptic's hat tightens. Like I purposefully tighten my skeptic's hat, my bullshit detector, charge it up a little bit more. But I'm going to keep, there's a history.com article about this, Caleb, and I'm going to keep it up out of curiosity and read a little bit. But I appreciate that, man. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out. Get that CGI crap out of the way. I can't see the thumbnail. That's funny. Who said that? Abba Hookups. What's up, man? Clay Williams, thank you so much for the channel support tonight as well. Clay says, thoughts on possibility of faster than light travel. It's called Maniac. So, yeah, Clay, given enough time, I have a hard time saying no to something like that, right? Given enough time and the exponential growth of technology, human ingenuity, that possibility I believe is there. There's so much to discover, so much to invent, so much to uncover, and there's no question in my mind, give it a couple thousand years, I mean, maybe not even that long, the possibilities are endless for this species, and what we can accomplish, what we can do, the limits that we can push, if we don't blow ourselves up, right? So yeah, we think of light speed when we think of, like, I don't know, interstellar travel or whatnot, right? But maybe there's another factor. Maybe there's another method of travel that's not yet been thought about. I don't doubt that for a second. Whenever people poo-poo kind of things that might seem like dreams, given enough time and ingenuity, you can't really doubt much of anything, right? I mean, dude, think like, let's just say 10,000, 20,000 years from now. Again, if we don't blow ourselves up. I have a hard time believing that things like that are not possible. But yeah, you never know. You never know. But I appreciate that, Clay. I appreciate it. I say, why not? Why not? But yeah. I've never heard of Storyfire. No, Abbo. Occasionally, occasionally I'll get emails from like other video hosting websites that want me, and I mean, it's just a blanket email to a ton of creators, right? But I'll get these emails from website hosting or video hosting websites wanting me and, like I said, a lot of other creators to come over and try their platform. I've never looked into any of them, but it's kind of hard, like, the idea of pulling away from YouTube and going somewhere else, just because this has been the home to the channel for 9 years, and yeah, it's pretty comfortable here. It's fun. I don't really, it's that's what it's all about for me. It's fun, and I have fun on here, and I feel like the idea of migrating all of my stuff over to another platform just sounds like such a headache. But anyway. Yeah, Starwave82 asks if I've ever played Elite Dangerous. Yes, I have, I believe, like 20-something hour. Let me pull up Steam. I think I have like 20-something hours in it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I played it before my daughter was born, so that's really the reason I haven't played much of anything outside of like Red Dead Redemption. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, you know, it's a really simple game. I can see why people would play it and not get bored whatsoever. I mean, and get bored like massively and not really want to play it too much, because it is a really simple game, not too much going on. I never really enjoyed the combat aspect of it, to tell you the truth. I did enjoy just the exploration side of things. Oh, I've only played 13 hours. Okay. So yeah, I enjoyed the exploration side of things, but maybe I would have played it a little more, man, if I had a joystick and that whole setup and like a VR headset. I think maybe then I would get sucked into it, you know. But yeah, man. Grant Guthrie, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. It's good to see you, man. Grant Guthrie says, I love how I get notifications for like 3 days worth of streams, then nothing. What's good, Greedo? How are you on this fine day? Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I've been doing streams since like 2017, and I still don't know how the notifications work, man. I'm actually lucky nowadays, because I feel like a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, there was a month where just nobody was getting notifications. Like, I would start a stream, and there'd be like 2 people in the stream, and I'd be like, what the hell's going on, man? What the hell is going on? That was frequent. So I don't know. Did you all get notifications for this, or were you happening to watch a video at the time and it said that I was live? Yeah, Grant, I have no idea how it works. I just click go live, and then magic happens. I have no idea, man. But yeah. Things are going good today. What did we do today? I'm trying to potty train my daughter. So needless to say, I've been cleaning up a lot of pee on the floor. There's this book called, I think it's called Oh Crap. And it's a potty training book. And my buddy actually recommended it to me. My wife's coworker recommended it to me. So we're going with this method, and it's basically, the method is like just a couple days being naked, the kid being naked, and then every time they start going pee, you take them to the toilet. Eventually they'll tell you you have to go to the bathroom, or they have to go to the bathroom, and then they'll get it. That's basically been my week. It's weird, like, obviously you don't think about these things until you have a kid and it's time to do this shit, but, like, it's just weird, this thing that, I mean, we all know what to do, right? But this little human, it's a completely new foreign concept to her, you know? It's interesting. But yeah, that's how my day and week has gone. But anyway, man, I hopped on to get music for the game session I'm about to run, then thought I'd stop in. Nice. But yeah. Lego, thank you so much. Give me 1 sec. I want to answer Andy's question real quick. Lego. Andy says, question for you, Greedo. Been doing okay, eating better / getting off my fat ass. Lost enough to run again without screwing up my knees. Best running shorts / pants. Best running shorts / pants. Well, Dude, I've had the same, like, exercise clothes for 10 years. The only thing that I usually wear are, like, running, like, I don't even know what you would call them. They're like the same fabric as Under Armour underneath my running shorts. That's about it. Just keeps cool. For running shirts, I like wearing Drywick stuff. I have 3 Drywick shirts. 2 of them are actually from a race that I did, that I've done a couple times. It's a 9 mile. It's called the Gate River Run. I have the 2 of those. And then I have a dry wick shirt from Bagram Air Force Base in Afghanistan that my buddy got for me when he was deployed over there. So those are, I really, that's like my big thing. I don't know how it is up there, but like in Florida, when you're trying to run at this time of the year, even if it's at 5 in the morning like I do, the humidity is miserable. It's way too damn hot. If I try to run in like a cotton, polyester, whatever shirt, sucks ass. So I always run in like a dry wick, super breathable shirt. But yeah, when it comes to shorts, I don't really, whatever's clean. I did try to run in these. I have these, I'm actually wearing a pair right now. I've been living in these shorts basically. They're board shorts. They're, Billabong, what are they called? Billabong, board short. They're like all day all day. They're like, oh, they're all day layback shorts, and they're on the short side. They're on the short side. You know, I like my bathing suits a little short. Not like under my knees, like the 90s. I like them a little short, like the 80s or the 70s. And I tried to run in those a couple times up to the pool. And dude, by the time I get back, those things are up my ass. So I do not run in those anymore. It's basically running in a bathing suit. But yeah, man, keep it up. Keep it up. I've been doing it since late March, getting back into the swing of things. My goal every single week is 20 miles. And that's basically what I've logged. 20 miles every single week. Basically since late March, early April. And since then, I started this journey at 213. And today I weighed in after my morning run at 188. So I am officially like right at, or even a little less than my post-deployment weight in 2011. Also been doing a lot of dumbbells too. Because gearing up for, I don't know if you know this, I'm gearing up for, in January, EMT firefighter training. So, trying to kick it into gear. I've been busting my ass to do it, and yeah, love it. Love it. Get into it, man. It's my morning coffee, basically. Alarm goes off at 4:45, out the door at 5. Run either, sometimes I do, like I said, 20 miles is my goal for the week. Usually I do either 4 days of 5 miles or 5 days of 4 miles, just depending on what we got going on and what I feel like. So anyway, keep it up. I appreciate that. And Lego Star Wars Fan 77. Thank you so much for the channel support. Is there a way to download Project 4K 77? Yes. I believe you mentioned this a couple streams ago, but so anybody that's interested in, you know, Project 4K 77 or the despecialized edition and stuff like that, without going into too much, I mean, I don't know the legality of explaining this to people. I mean, if you go to Reddit or various websites, you'll find ways to download it, whether it be BitTorrent and stuff like that. That's kind of, you know, what they will all tell you. And that's probably the best way to go about it. I don't know. So, yeah, there is a way. I don't really know how to explain it right now without... Yeah, if I would just go on Reddit and search, like, Project 4K 77, I guarantee there is a ton of people asking that same exact question. And yeah, torrents or various websites I'm sure have it. But yeah, man. And so this goes for everybody. Do not ever buy fan edits. If you go on eBay and you search for some of these, you will find discs that people have made. And the thing is, the people who made those fan edits, like Harmy's Despecialized Edition or Team Negative One's Project 4K 77, they don't sell it. They preach against... They're not legally allowed to, right? So the people who are selling this shit on eBay or whatever are literally ripping the movie from a BitTorrent site and burning it on a disc and putting it in a case and selling it for an extreme amount of money because they're greedy and they're amoral pieces of shit. So do not support that kind of stuff. In fact, I actually have a minute-long spiel about that in a video that I'm working on. It's a long-ass video. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Lego. Don't want to go into too much detail just because you could find it yourself without me telling everybody to go on some of these websites. If that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway. I'm seriously need to gain weight. My last weigh-in was like 147 pounds. Now I'm 140. Matt, yeah, I don't know what your height is, but I'm 6'2", and I used to weigh about that like when I was in high school. Maybe less than that. I was a tall, lanky kid. Now I'm like all the statistics and stuff like that. I'm only saying this because I'm actually kind of proud of it. I haven't been in this shape since I was in boot camp, dude. My VO2 max, according to my Garmin fitness tracker that I always wear on my watch, is, well, basically my VO2 max is 52, which means that my fitness age is 20, which is the top 10% of my age and gender. And I look at that every day to see if it increases. I don't know. Anyway. Andrew Harris, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I love this question. Ever tried craft beer from Alabama? I have, and the only reason that I have is because my buddy used to live in Alabama when this was in 2011. He's in the Army Corps of Engineers, and he was out in Alabama working on some, I don't know, not a dock, but like a lock system. You know what I mean? Like a canal with locks, I think it was. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, I've been to Alabama once because of that. I went out and visited him after deployment, and got back, was home for a couple weeks, decided to fly out and visit my buddy. And we hung out there, drank a bunch, and I honestly don't remember what the hell I had. I mean, that was almost 10 years ago, so, so yeah, I honestly don't know, but I maybe I have, but I just didn't know it. Like if I was at a place locally that has 100 beers on tap, I'm sure at least one of them that I've had was from Alabama. But yeah, I honestly don't remember. I love it all, though. That is my thing. Try and craft beer. I go to all the local breweries. Used to a lot more before we had a kid. But yeah, always up to try new stuff. We have a brewery in St. Augustine called Bog. It's not too far from us, and they have a beer that is a daddle lager. And it's, I usually go for brown ales or stouts or gozes if it's summer. But this is a daddle lager. I think it's a daddle lager or daddle ale, I don't know. But daddle is a daddle pepper. It's a spicy, sweet pepper, and it's brewed with daddle peppers, and it's like a spicy beer that kind of tastes like, I mean, if you were to bite into like a jalapeno and take a swig of beer, that's what it tastes like. And it's just such a novelty thing. And it's so good during like hot summer days. And I always get crowlers of it whenever we pass by. But anyway, I appreciate that, Andrew. If you have any recommendations, man, throw them into the chat. I'm all ears. I'm sure we could find some. And Oscar Rodriguez, Lego, and Oscar Rodriguez, thank you guys so much. Oscar says, watched Attack of the Clones deleted scenes for the first time. It's a shame these weren't included in the actual movie as they improved the film's quality. Not dialogue and characters, but context and story. Attack of the Clones deleted. See, is the attack is the one where like Padme's sisters or something like that? Okay. Interesting that you say that, though. Oh, yeah, Padme's parents' house. Okay, I'm scrubbing through something right now. almost 10 minutes of deleted scenes here. It has been so long. I know I've seen these. It has been so long since I've looked at any of these. Dooku interrogates Padme. Yeah, all right. So I'm curious what you mean. Oh, one sec. Your HelloGreedo account settings are out of date. What the hell does that mean? Oh. That was weird. That was Outlook. But yeah, so I'm curious what you mean by like context and stuff like that in story. I'm going to keep this up, and maybe that's a topic for a video, to tell you the truth. Going through these deleted scenes, because I know I made some deleted scenes of the original trilogy. I don't think I ever did any for the prequels, but yeah, maybe that's a topic for a video that would be fun to do. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar, and I will be watching that because I'm very curious how it lines up with the story and context. As you said, not dialogue and characters, but context and story. I get it. But let me take a quick sip of the old water. And Lego Star Wars Fan 77, thank you so much once again. How you feel about a seller saying you are paying for the work to burn the disc, not the product? I still don't. It's me personally. Let me find you a video. Harmy selling. Fan edit. I'm trying to find a video that you can watch. Sorry, I'm looking for. There we go. Looking for a video that I actually watched a couple days ago. Here we go. Here's okay, if you want this is the guy, the link that I just posted is to Harmy's YouTube channel, the guy who created the despecialized edition. He talks about the I don't know, the ethics around buying fan edits and stuff like that, and obviously he's against it and I'm against it as well. For 4 minutes, he talks about it for 4 minutes. So I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't care that you're paying for the work to burn the person to burn a disc. I mean, like, how it's so easy to burn a disc, right? You could do it yourself. You could download the movie. I honestly, man, I would look into downloading these movies. Do not buy them from anybody. The people who made them don't want you to buy them. They specifically say it on all of their publications, all of their websites and stuff like that. Like I said, you could Google where to download Project 4K77. You could probably do a Reddit search of download 4K77 or something like that. Just follow the steps. It's really easy to do. But yeah, don't buy anything from people online. That's not what, the people who are making the fan edits can't make a profit. They don't want to make a profit. These are projects of passion. And the fact that people are like taking their creations and burning them on a disc and selling them kind of goes against the entire idea, and especially legally, but it goes against the entire vibe and the idea and of fan edits. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. Oh, that was exactly 1 hour. Oh, where did that go? I just saw the Alabama recommendation. Where did it go? Oh, here we go, Andrew. Continuing my super chat, I recommend anything by Trim Tab. Let's see. I have a buddy, Andrew, who, I like craft beer. I like trying everything. I'm into it. But I have a buddy who just takes it to an extreme. And it's good because he always brings really awesome beer when he comes over. But that's his thing, man. Like, if me and my buddies are getting a cabin, which we do every single year, you know, we're just going to the local Ingalls in North Georgia around the cabin and buying like 6 cases of Miller Lite, right? But he is buying like 30 different, really unique beers, and he'll just sip on them for the trip. It's funny. But he's into, and he has some people have wine cellars. He has basically a beer cellar. It's like a huge curio, I guess you would call it. Full of bottles and cans of stuff that he is saving, you know. It's kind of cool. But Trim Tab, I'll ask him if he's ever tried it. Our beer, I'll look and see. The label doesn't look familiar, but if anybody has tried it that I know, this would be the guy. I'll ask him. Anyway, appreciate that, man. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. Let me take another sip. There we go. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much as well. The deleted scenes would have made the pieces that make up Attack of the Clones stick together like glue. The film as it is feels like it's floating on a paper boat. Yeah, it's my least favorite Star Wars movie. And I always specify a little bit that I haven't seen it in so long. I mean, I think the last time that I probably watched it from start to finish was maybe like, I mean, dude, I don't even know. Maybe 2010, 2011. I really don't know. But that being said, like, it is my least favorite Star Wars movie. Which is fine, right? We can have least favorites of things. Doesn't mean that I hate it. Doesn't mean that I want it to disappear or be decanonized. But it's really interesting that you say that. I wonder if there's any, like, I'm sure there are, fan edits where people take deleted scenes and include them into movies. It'd be cool if that was a feature on Blu-rays and stuff like that, right? Then again, you know, you want to watch the movie the way that they wanted you to see it, but alright. I'll check it out. I'll check out these deleted scenes. I still have them up, so. But, and I'm curious what the context and story that you're talking about is. Like, what makes it mesh much better, in your opinion, than the flat-out release, you know? But yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, Oscar. I'll keep this up and give it a watch. But, alright, guys. So, that was an hour and 3 minutes. It was a fun one. So many different topics on this stream, from exercise to UFOs and space, to craft beer, and of course Star Wars. Love it. That's what these streams are all about, man. Let's get all over the place. Let's tackle so many different things. That's what keeps it fun and interesting. But all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That is it from me tonight. I probably will end up doing a stream either tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. Not too sure. Probably do tomorrow night. We'll see. And if I end up doing tomorrow night, I might end up playing some games. I don't know. Maybe some Battlefront. Maybe some Shadows of the Empire. We'll see. But all right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. To everybody who supported the channel through super chats, I appreciate the hell out of it. Channel survives because of you guys. To everybody who hung out in the chat or didn't say a damn word and just listened to my dumb voice, thanks for hanging out. So, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Cool? Cool. All right. See ya.